What's up YouTube, it's Sean here, and I'm back today to give you guys a little bit of a different sort of review. So today, instead of your traditional sneaker, I'll be talking about the Nike Offline in the Vast Gray colorway. The Nike Offline is part of Nike's N354 collection, which is basically their experimental wing of products. There you'll find products that really push the boundaries of experimentation, resulting in stuff that's a little bit off the wall like this. So according to Nike, this is classified as a mule, which is a backless shoe, but I pretty much call it a slipper. This pair dropped in late August alongside a black colorway as well. They retailed for $120 US or $160 here in Canada, and the official color for this shoe is Vast Gray, Barely Volt, and Summit White. Taken directly from Nike.com, this pair is inspired by the mental health benefit of just taking time off and doing nothing. So first off, here's a quick look at the box. This is a special edition box just for this pair, and it really surprised me how massive this box was considering I was expecting just slippers. So this is all done in this brown cardboard construction. At the top we have N354 branding in black. We have the Nike swoosh on one side, the Nike word mark on the other, and we have the label on this side as well. And then flipping open the lid, so these slippers, or whatever you want to call them, they come with two different insoles. So the second insole sits right here like this, which is a very nice way of presenting it. And then you can actually open this up, take this off, and then that's where the slippers or the mules sit inside. So diving straight in and starting things off with the toe box, this is constructed out of this very stretchy material that sort of has a feel of neoprene. In the middle, we have the Nike swoosh, which is embroidered in the center. And because it's so stretchy, it accommodates pretty much any foot shape. Stitched on top of this fabric, here we have this overlay of this quilted or padded nylon. So this part doesn't really stretch too much, and I suppose it's supposed to help contain your foot. And then on top of this, we have this nylon strap, which has this hit of darker gray in the middle, along with this neon green or volt stitching on top. This is held together using Velcro, and essentially this acts as the mechanism to help tighten up this mule. Moving even further down, right at the edge where your foot slides in, we have this really padded piece which essentially acts as a tongue, and it incorporates this semi-translucent tag which has the Nike N354 branding on it in the center. From the sides, you can see this tongue, if you want to call it that, is very well padded and very stuffed with this exposed foam. As we continue on towards the back, we see more of that stretchy material that was found on the toe box. This wraps around the entire back heel. We have this volt or neon green colored pull tab with the eject button in black. Inside the Nike Offline is where the interchangeable insoles sit. According to Nike, there's two unique sensory insoles which sit within the Nike Offline in this drop-in fashion. So it's kind of like the old Kobe's that featured different insoles, except in this case, the insoles are definitely not meant for performance reasons. So the pink insoles that it comes with straight out of the box is called, according to Nike, Sensation 001. This foam insole is very thick, and it incorporates strategically placed nubs, which is supposed to give you this massage-like feel on feet. In comparison, the green insoles, which is called Sensation 002, these incorporate a lot more of those nubs throughout the insole, and because of the greater volume, it's supposed to feel more comfortable on feet if you wear them for longer periods of time. If I take out the insole, you'll see just how deep the bottom of the shoe sits. So basically, all the comfort you're feeling is coming from the thickness, the softness, and the responsiveness of these insoles. So the upper of this Nike Offline is cradled by this rubber cup sole, and we have a small Nike swoosh debossed out of the front. Turning this pair over to the bottom, so here we have your outsole, and you can see the traction pattern isn't the greatest. We have these horizontal lines on the forefoot and the back heel, but the rest of the outsole is basically these circles, which runs across the length of the shoe, but it does incorporate these grooves for articulation, which was a good thing. In terms of how they fit, so I'm a true size 10, and I got these in a size 10. To me, I'd say that they fit pretty true to size. As I said earlier, the toe box is very roomy, so even if you have wider feet like myself, I could go true to size with this pair with no problems. But I do have to say, the way this was designed, I didn't feel like I was really locked in, and even though there's that adjustable Velcro strap, it never really felt like the front of my feet could get a secure and snug fit in the front of the shoe. But I felt like the length of the Nike Offline was perfect for my feet, but I think it was just more of a design standpoint that I never really felt that locked in. Next up, in terms of comfort, so as far as a slipper goes, my initial thought was that this is actually very heavy. Because of all this rubber surrounding the sides and the bottom, this is much heavier than your traditional slipper or slide, and it kind of feels like a blend between a sneaker and a slipper. With that said though, these insoles were actually very comfortable. When I wore this without socks, I definitely felt like the 001, which is this pink one. I could feel the nubs under my feet, they felt a lot more pronounced, and I guess this makes sense because this one is supposed to be the one that feels like it's giving you a massage. And in comparison, the green insole, which is meant to be worn for longer periods, that one had much more of a consistent feel underfoot. Because there's more nubs throughout that green insole, the nubs didn't feel like they were triggering specific areas of my feet. But when I tried on the Nike Offline with socks, first, yeah, I kind of felt the same way, but then very quickly after that, both insoles pretty much felt the same to me. I don't know if it's just my feet, but maybe your experience is gonna be different. But I tried wearing both insoles for about 30 minutes with socks. And by the end of those 30 minutes, pretty much I couldn't really distinguish one over the other. Again, this might just be my feet, and I don't know if you're gonna be wearing these at home with socks or with no socks, but hopefully that gives you some sort of insight between the two insoles. With all that being said now, let's throw these on feet and I'll show you guys how these look. So the $1 million question you guys probably want to know from me is this worth the 120 US or 160 Canadian dollars? And honestly, I gotta tell you, I don't think it is. I think this is a lot of marketing by Nike, and I think they did a really good job in selling the whole mental health aspect of the shoe. And I do have to give it to Nike that the design of this slide or this mule is actually very nice. With that said though, this is a very high price point for what essentially is just a slipper. And yes, it is comfortable on feet, and I appreciate the things like the interchangeable insoles, but I think I'd feel equally as comfortable on feet wearing slides that are much, much cheaper. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about the Nike Offline in this vast gray colorway. Did you guys pick this up? And if you did, how do you feel about this? Do you think that it's worth that price point, or would you rather spend a fraction of that price and get something that's a lot cheaper? If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a follow on my Instagram account at esgo8, check out my Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thanks so much for tuning in. Hopefully this review helped you in some way, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video.